Hi there. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can prepare your footage. You will have a high resolution footage and a low resolution footage. The low resolution footage will be the one that will be sent off for editing. And once the edit has been done, a project file will be delivered to you, and then you link back the high resolution footage, replacing the low resolution footage within the project file. Okay, so let's get going. As you can see here, I've got a folder here with mix footages. I've got some footage from a Z1 camera, and I've got some footage from a Canon 5D Mark II. And for the Canon 5D Mark II, we've got a couple of cameras here. Okay, so let's start by creating a new project. Name this tutorial 1. We select, I'll be importing the 5D footage first, so we select the digital SLR sequence preset at 1080p 25, and I'll call this Canon Camera 1 Clip 1. Okay, and as usual, we'll just drag the Canon 5D folder over to be imported. Okay, that's fine. So the idea now is that we need to bring the movie clips onto the timeline, and we will join them. So the edit is done on a long single clip, and obviously the charging for the editing is based on an hourly edit footage. So ideally we need to join the individual clips into hour-long clips. Okay, so if we do, as usual, automate to sequence, make sure you remove the transitions, and there we go. Let's just check the time, the total time. So this one is within an hour, so that's fine. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is we'll go to our media exporter, and we select first the codec for our high resolution. Okay, so we'll select Mpeg 2 and HD 1080p 25. Let's save this as a preset shortly, so we'll have maximum quality. Let's increase the bit rate. Okay, we'll set this to 50, and the minimum I will use is 25. Okay, let's just check the audio, and that's fine. Stereo 48K. I'll save this as a preset. Digimax edit high res. Okay, and then we set it to the queue. Okay, now that we have the high resolution Mpeg file created, I'll import the Mpeg file into my bin here. As you can see here, .mpg is our high resolution Mpeg file. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring that Mpeg file onto the timeline, and I will now create a low resolution MP4 file version of this file. So again, as usual, export media. This time we select H264 as the codec. We go down to level, that's 5.1, Make sure we have the maximum bitrate as 40, target bitrate 4.04, that's fine. And as you can see now that the file size is considerably smaller, it's at approximately 1.1 GB. And as usual, we now send this to queue. And we start the queue. Let's save this as a preset so that you can use this next time. Okay. Okay, as you can see here, you now have two clips. One is your high resolution Mpeg file. As you can see, it is 10.1 gigabytes. And then you have the MP4 file, which scales down to nicely 1.2 gigabytes. So this is all you need to do is two steps. Create the Mpeg file first, and then the MP4 files. And once you have your MP4 files for your whole project, all you need to do is send this MP4 file over to us. There are various ways you can transfer your .mp4 file over to us. Here are a couple of very popular options for now. One is Dropbox. You may or may not have heard of this. It's a simple concept where you upload your files onto a central server. You permission us with the files. We get an automatic email saying that you have given us permissions, and we download the files from Dropbox. Another option which works very similarly is Google Drive, which has been just released about, I would say, a couple of weeks ago. And the concept here is very similar. The advantage of Google Drive is that the pricing is remarkably low. We recommend that you get yourself access to at least 100 gig space, which costs I think it's about $4.99 a month. You obviously get 5 gigs free to try it out, which is adequate for your first project. As you see, an hour MP4 file works out to be around 1 gig, so you can pretty much send us roughly 5 hours of footage for editing using your free Google Drive account.